Hi. A film that's had a lot of buzz recently, which I watched yesterday, was I'm Thinking of Ending Things, written and directed by Charlie Kaufman and based on the book by Ian Reid. Kaufman is probably still best known for writing Being John Malkovich and Adaptation. Um, he also previously directed Synecdoche, New York, and the animated film Anomalisa. And so far, I've enjoyed almost all his work, but I think he might have hit a stumble with I'm Thinking of Ending Things. The story starts as being about a young woman who is traveling with her boyfriend to visit his parents at their remote farm on a winter day, but she's having doubts about their relationship and is planning to break it off. And as the day continues, as they travel there and they meet his parents, events start to become more and more strange and surreal. Um, Time shifts rapidly, characters increase or decrease in age rapidly from one scene to the next. And as the two young people return uh, back home from the house and drive through the snow, they find that their story has become more entwined with that of a character we've been seeing in glimpses all the way through the film, a high school janitor. I don't want to say too much more because it is a film that relies greatly on a twist that completely reframes the storyline and the entire content of the production. Um, but although it's winds up looking like a very cleverly orchestrated structure and a brilliant magic trick, there's very little else there. The film is appropriate for its winter setting. It's extremely cold. It's extremely lacking in emotional depth and detail. For all its intelligence about themes of aging, loneliness, um, the way brilliant people are not recognized in their lifetime, and uh, the the pain that comes from not being seen. It's still a cold film. It's very hard to take to as anything other than an intellectual exercise, brilliantly constructed though it is. Kaufman has always been earmarked by his extraordinary attention to his scripts and the brilliant constructions thereof. Synecdoche, New York is an incredible film. Adaptation is an incredible film. But all his previous films are marked by a great sense of humor. Adaptation's a comedy, and it's laugh out loud funny. Synecdoche, New York has some fantastic black humor, and its overall concept is chiefly farcical. But I'm Thinking of Ending Things is much darker and more serious. So it doesn't have that comedy and it doesn't have that emotional level. The performances are superb. Jessie Buckley, whose work I wasn't even familiar with, I thought was fantastic as the young woman. Jesse Plemons, who plays Jake, her boyfriend, goes through a very measured transformation throughout the film. In fact, it's worth noting he's the only character in the entire film who's actually properly named. The mother and father are played by David Thewlis and Toni Collette, who are also both excellent, playing a vast range of age, uh, age spans with their characters. And I still find it funny that Thewlis is acting in these American movies surrounded by American characters, but still with his North Country English accent. Um, so, overall, it's a brilliantly made film. It looks beautiful, it's very well constructed, it's very clever, and it's very well acted. But the cold, dead heart at its core really hampers it. There's ultimately it's a puzzle, and then once you've solved the puzzle, there's nothing else. It's like a jigsaw where it's just a picture of a white snowfield. You can feel very proud of yourself to have solved the puzzle, but you don't really gain anything.